we're getting into late in the course here, okay? So you will have had some breakthroughs, you will have had some awakenings, hopefully you will have had some financial breakthroughs as well that have shown you your mindset has shifted. And you're also gonna have these dips, or what I like to call the snap back, where it's gonna feel like an elastic that's stretching and stretching and stretching, and you're stretching into this other person, and then something will happen and you'll snap back. And it'll feel sometimes like you're snapping back even further than where you started. It's gonna feel like that, but that's not what's happening. You're just stretching your capacity. You're having like the contraction and the expansion, that you have like you have when you're having a baby, because you're stretching the opening for you to receive. Literally, right? On a consciousness level, you are stretching your consciousness into another level that feels very different. Scarcity consciousness and wealth consciousness feel really, really different. And it's scary. It's scary to leave what's familiar. So the snap back is a normal part of this process. That elastic will snap and it'll feel like you've come all the way back. But what you'll notice is you won't be there as long. It'll be, it'll be much faster getting back to where you were. And it'll be like a snap forward as well, right? So don't let that blip in your consciousness convince you that you are not still moving forward, okay? And the snapback is important because a lot of the time we're pushing with so much momentum that part of us just needs to slow down, okay? And calibrate. Literally, even the cells in our body need to calibrate what it feels like. If you've only ever worn, cheap polyester and you start to wear silk, it feels very different. You feel very luxurious. It's a different experience in your body. Your cells start to react differently when you have money all the time, when money's always coming into you, when people are paying your worth, okay? Things start to shift. So I want you to remember back that about the snapback. The other thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna go through a period of withdrawal from your negativity. You're gonna go through a period of withdrawal from your scarcity. You're gonna have the urge to jump right back in, and you're gonna get opportunity for it. The carrot is gonna be dangling in front of you. Come on, it's so comfortable here. It's so familiar here. Your whole family or neighborhood or community hangs out here. Just keep hanging out here because it's so familiar. Because you get tired, right? This is gonna happen too, where you're like energetically, you're shifting so much, it's very exhausting. It's like running a mental, emotional, and spiritual marathon. So take breaks, be kind to yourself, practice the self-compassion that we talked about, and be trying to do the best for yourself. It doesn't always have to be about spending a ton of money, but being luxuriated in, taking a bath, taking time to think, going for a long drive, picking, the best thing on the menu instead of the cheapest thing on the menu. Choose those times thoughtfully when you can luxuriate and celebrate what you've done. Celebration is a really important part of this process as well, because if you're not celebrating along the way, why keep going, right? Then what's going on is you could be having hidden agendas, right? And hidden agendas look like, I'm gonna make the money, then I'm gonna leave the guy. I'm gonna make the money and then I'll show my parents. I'm gonna make the money and then I'll, show everyone how generous I am by buying them stuff. I'm gonna make the money and then people will see that I'm legit. These are hidden agendas, guys, and it's a very dangerous place to be. You won't manifest. You won't manifest because the money won't give you that. You give you that. Remember that and keep coming back to that. Keep coming back to whatever it is that I'm after, whatever it is that's like hidden under there. Keep asking yourself. That's a question to ask yourself. If you're not manifesting yet and evidence is not showing up, do you have a hidden agenda? Because hidden agenda is motivated by ego, okay? And when it's motivated by ego, it's hard to manifest, very hard to manifest. It's much easier to manifest from a place of infinite intelligence, from a place of your soul, that it's a soul purpose for you to bring this into the world, for you to make money at this, for you to share this gift, okay? So check your motivation and check your agendas if you're not manifesting as well. Okay, so if you're not manifesting, guys, there's 4 things that could be going on. One is you're not seeing whatever is going on as a blessing. At this point, with this level of mindset work that you're doing, minimum, like your 1-2 hours a day, minimum, and more if you want to be having breakthroughs upon breakthroughs, you need to be seeing everything in your life as a blessing. You need to be living on a higher vibration than you started this program in. So what am I not seeing as a blessing still? Okay, that's a question to ask. What lesson am I missing is another question to ask. Like if the same pattern keeps showing up again and showing up again, ask, what am I missing? And if you don't know, you're playing the victim, right? You are not spending enough time in mindset work. You are not trusting the universe to bring you the answer, and you need to trust. You need to trust that if you keep showing up, the universe will start showing up for you. But you have to be consistent, right? You cannot serve 2 masters. Remember that, right? So where's my blessing? What's my blessing in this? What's my lesson in this? And where am I still trying to find separation? Whenever we're in separation, we're in ego. Whenever it's you against me, we're in ego. Wherever I'm judging someone, you're in ego. Wherever I'm resenting someone, I'm in ego. If I'm looking for competition, I'm in ego, right? So whenever we're ego motivated, hard to manifest, hard to shift your money mindset, okay? So you want to bring it back to love and see, why am I doing that? What's making me feel that way? How am I thinking about myself? Tap on that. Release the need to have that. What is my need for feeling shitty? What is my need for feeling like a failure? What is my need for feeling like second best? What is my need to feel like I can never make it? Ask yourselves those difficult questions. Those are the questions that are going to cause the breakthroughs, okay? Look at what your hidden agendas are. Look at where you have toxic money stuff going on, which would be something like you keep taking money from someone that doesn't feel aligned. You know, for example, you have a client that you really don't like, that you're not really serving, that you're kind of like giving them whatever and you're taking money for it and it feels wrong. That's a toxic money situation, right? Where do you have toxic money going on? Clean that up. Look for the lesson, the blessing, and where you are looking for separation, where you're in judgment or resentment. Those could be definite blocks to your money mindset. And the final thing I'll finish this module off with is that a powerful way to manifest and shift your money mindset is prayer. Whether you are religious or not religious, it doesn't really matter. That is your private communion with the divine. That is your private communication with the divine. You literally have a landline to your unlimited self, okay? And the more you tap into this, the more you think about this, the more you connect with that, the stronger that connection becomes, right? The stronger that connection becomes. The more you communicate with your ego and your negative self, the stronger that connection becomes. So something has to, you have to move this to a higher vibration, okay? And use that power of prayer. And I'm not a religious person, but I watch sermons sometimes. Sometimes those things trigger me into such a beautiful place of understanding that I don't really understand. It feels like something mystical is taking place. So that might be for you out in nature. That might be, listening to beautiful music. But allow yourself to be moved, to be inspired, to be awakened in a different way through the power of prayer, however it is that you choose to commune with the divine. Okay? Make sure you declare that and decree that. That is your right as well. And the more you do it, the more powerful it gets. Okay? See you guys in the next module.